What's up with that dude? Well, went through Bloody Friday like all of us did, right? We're all invested in the sports media. We all saw what happened at ESPN, 20 plus people laid off, not renewed, fired, whatever you want to say, not coming back, basically. Had a couple calls with a couple of dudes on that list and just diving through it like everybody else. Not emotionally, but at the same time, just trying to figure out how this deck is going to get reshuffled. You know, where are they going? Why did they have to go? Why did some of them stay? Man, it's just all over the place, right? It's certainly not merit-based, or if it is, we don't know that objective standard. Like whatever criteria they're using, it's not being universally applied. You just look at it like, damn, Jeff Van Gundy gone? What the hell he do to somebody? Unless he's going to coach somewhere, that made no sense. Jalen Rose, the only baller, I think. I mean, yeah, you know, you got Richard Jefferson, so let me not say that, et cetera. But damn, Jalen Rose ain't got a spot there. But once, you know, Jalen and Jacoby was gone, what I tell you guys, once they start moving you around, removing this and that, they just start chipping away at you. Same thing with Max Kellerman, obviously, and Keyshawn, obviously been there forever, but a lot of shows under his belt. So, you know, knowing those guys, knowing that they're going to land on their feet, but just where, I think that's the most interesting part. Just seeing, it's like free agency. You got cut. Oh, man, you still a baller, though. All right, well, that's their bad. Now it's time for me to do my good and go somewhere else and kill it. So interested to see where everyone goes. Outside of that, had a podcast to do with the Buffalo Bills. That was fun. A little nervous because I was like, I hope they don't ask me about the backup guard. You know I'm a Bills fan. You know I'm a Chargers fan. You know I'm a Cowboys fan. You know I'm a Jaguars fan. And what's the one team I love that I didn't play for? The Ravens. Yes, I'm a fan. But I don't know any of their backup guards, including the Chargers, and I go to every single game at home. So I don't like diving too far into the weeds of the game with these teams and their local podcasts, but I got love for them, so I always jump on there. And there's a sophisticated way to answer every single question, even if ill-prepared. That's why I laugh when I see some people get on interviews and just stumble and mumble and don't say anything. I'm like, or plead the fifth, basically like tap out. And I'm like, dog, you can answer any question, even if you don't know the answer. You can find a way to make it relatable and then just give them something. God dang, don't make it so hard. Don't be so difficult. Now, speaking of difficult, I feel horrible. Let me tell you why. Yesterday, I had a call with a huge organization. Now, it wasn't my first call with this organization. We had taken the call before, a Zoom. Really excited about our efforts going forward. And then we had a second call, and that was supposed to be on Wednesday. But somebody that y'all know that looks just like me and sounds just like me wrote the email but didn't hit send. It was stuck in my drafts. Now, I can't lie. I'm using a lot of Mac.com, which I love to use, and I'm using a lot of Google Gmail, which I love the features, but I'm not as familiar. I can't lie. So sometimes I get caught up and things get lost in translation or just lost in my stupidity. And next thing I know, I'm looking at my email like, they ain't gonna ever send me the invite. They ain't gonna ever just holler back. And it turns out I never hollered at them. So they were just sitting there like, I guess we ain't gonna do it on Wednesday. And I was like, So then I rescheduled that for Friday. I didn't know it was going to be Bloody Friday, like interview, phone call. Yo, your boy's gone. Yo, your boy's calling you. What the hell? I looked up and missed our call. So now it's the holiday weekend. I'm sitting over here tortured. I wrote him back, heartfelt for real. But I was like, oh, my God, I'm not this guy. I am not this person. I am not a flake, and I want to work with you guys. They probably sitting back just like, look, dog, it's 4th of July. We're going to make you sweat. We eating our hot dogs, drinking our tequila. Shut up. Leave us alone. No, they drinking their 8 beer, their Troy Aikman beer, because it is 4th of July and go America, right? Oh, man. So hopefully they respond so I could get some of this guilt off me because it is weighing on me. I love you. Jenna, I love you. Please hit your boy back. Woo! All right, y'all. Y'all know how we end every show. We end it with a Wileyism. We got to bring the energy back up. How about this? Be humble or be humbled. Be humble or be humbled. It's crazy. Like when you talk about humility and being humble. I think we misconstrue what humble is. Because a lot of times we look at somebody who's successful, who is not humble, at least humble acting to us, and we like, yo, all this humility stuff, all this humility talk, that doesn't serve you well in this world. Well, you got to know what humble really is. It's not like how I always go around and treating you. Humble really starts from an understanding that there are greater powers than you, right? So if you know there are greater powers than you, you also know that there are lesser powers than you. Y'all don't believe me? You see a bunch of ants and you're trying to eat. What you start doing? Stomping them ants. Get your ass. Y'all gone. You killing millions. You on the ant news that night. Millions of us have died at a picnic. Back to you, Bob. Right? You know, and I'm just using that as exaggeration. But sometimes you can even see it through human interaction where, let's use football. Like, I'm not going to be humble on that field, even though I know there may be somebody greater than me out there, or Tom Brady or whoever the hell. But if I can't flex, I will flex. So don't think that you're not being humble when you flex. You showing your power, but you also respect that power can be enhanced and it also can be taken away. And there's also someone with more and someone with less. So I think you got to really wrap your head around what being humble is. And it's just the respect of those dynamics. That's being humble, right? Humble is not like, oh, shucks. Oh, man, you just got $1 billion check. Oh, that's nothing. That's not being humble. It's being a liar. Humble is not, you just graduated from Columbia. Oh, that's nothing. No, that's something. Oh, you just graduated from any school. You put in the work. Oh, you won MVP. Oh, that's nothing. That's not humble. They lying. They just saying stuff. They might be even pandering. They just wanted to land well. They don't care what you think. Man, they know what they doing. That's why, because that's the most important. So remember, don't think humble is just talking soft and being meek and just deferring and deflecting and not accepting your greatness. No, humble is knowing my power and knowing there's a greater power and knowing there's a lesser power. So be humble or that greater power will humble you.